So part 2 of the SOHC Dirt Nasty Low Civic. As you saw in the last one, we had injector problems. So they came out, the customer wanted to put his old ones back in there, which were from the Greddy kit. So they're 326s. So that's going to limit us to around 190 horsepower. After that, the injector's going to tap. So I could probably go 200 horsepower, but then we'll be at 100% duty cycle. So that's what the client wants, so that's what we'll do. Down the road, he can go in and build the motor and put a bigger injector in it. Then the sky's the limit. That's when we'll really have fun. So let's get her back on the roller and try to finish this one out. We're dirt nasty fast. You make them dirt nasty low and high pitched loud, that brings you all the fat bitches. Chains. Oh man, you're on top of it. I was wondering why it ran so good.
You know, on Saturdays when somebody sleeps in, somebody's got to start the day off.
Yep. So a big thing in Honda and all aftermarket engine managements is the injectors and the dead times. A lot of people chimp out on the money for wiring and proper tuning stuff, but if you had like stock stuff, great wiring, good injectors, good parts, you'd be amazed how far you can push something that is stock. They just work so much better. All those little injector adapters everyone likes to buy, you know, so you can just plug things in. I probably see 5 out of 10 actually work. The rest kind of pretty much junk. We're constantly changing them. So if you can buy the pins and plugs, and maybe we'll go through it one day on how to crimp those, that's the ultimate way to make your injectors work correctly. Knowing the dead times, knowing the brands, staying away from some of the eBay injectors. Yes, they're all cheap. Yes, you're saving a lot of money, but you're gonna spend the money on dyno time. So you gotta ask yourself, like, is the money savings good here or here? Like, this is your engine. You just spent thousands of dollars on building it. You spent thousands on the turbo kit, exhaust systems. Don't chimp out on the injectors. If you get injector dynamics or FICs or all the Bosch equivalents, that's what I do. I would do the Bosches, straight Bosch injectors. They work freaking badass, and I'll probably cut all this out because I'm rambling now and I don't even know what I'm talking about. But still, what I would do is I would get good injectors and good wiring, good grounds, all of that stuff, a good clutch, and you'll start to just creep up on the power. So that's where we're going to begin. So this one, we backtracked. We put the Greddy 310 injectors back in it. We got the blue box stuff out of it. We've got the Honda in it, 3-bar map sensor, which is a 3-bar for this is overkill at the moment, but we'll grow into it with time. So might as well tune it with it now. So, all right, let's try to finish it out. So I'm going to start by putting some heat in it, starting at 69 degrees. So like I like to make my pulls between 175 and 185, 180 is about my standard. I don't like too cold because there's not enough swell in the motor and too much heat. I can fight other things, so I do at 180, and I try to figure out all the ways I can get the motor running at 180. Whether it's driving the fan on a little earlier or
Might as well do it now while he's getting some temperature in it. He waits until he's out all of his temperature corrections so that he's not fighting with that. So that's where he's at now. It should be about ready to make the pull any minute here. All it is coming out of that waste gate. There's no dump tube. This is why we aimed it this way, away from the oil feed line. So that's just the exhaust that you're seeing coming out of there. I think we overshot a little bit. How's that looking?
Out of injector.
So I think we overshot that a little bit with 208.
208?
Yeah. That's just the wastegate spring he's got in it. You can't turn it down anymore.
Yep, 7 pounds of boost. The fuel was sweet. I was around 1080, so the air fuel ratio was 10.8. I was at 100% duty cycle, but that tells me that I can trim it and bring that duty cycle down a little bit, and it will probably be all right at this 200 mark. So.
All right, that was right at 200. It was a real smooth line compared to.
Back down to 86%. Air fuel's 1130. Seem to like that little rich spot though. So that's what that little dip down is, a little less fuel.
What he's talking about is right there, around 65 to 75, that little dip right there. Intake temps getting warm?
Nope. No, but so it started at 7 pounds, and then 6.5. Now it's 5.5. So where am I blowing the boost out? Oh, found it.
What, you got, a loose coupler?
No, I got a hole in the coupler. On the 90. We tore up.
90 right off the turbo?
Yeah.
You can't really see it on the camera, but the 90 coming right off the turbo to that charge pipe you see down there.
That's why we're down a little bit of power here.
And it keeps going more and more and more.
So working on this Mustang Killer Dirt Nasty Civic, and as I was making pulls, I was starting to make less boost. Started at 7.7 pounds, and then we were making 6.5, and then 5.5, and then my last couple pulls I was making around 4 while I was testing. And so I started diving in, and I noticed this coupler had a bunch of electrical tape wrapped around it. So I dove down into it, and I found that this coupler is just kind of shot. Not saying this is totally my problem, because I haven't found an area where I can actually stick a finger through it yet, but this area is sure close. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke test the dirt and acid low Civic and see if we can't get it to solve our air leak here. Plug this baby in. Add it on.
That's already on.
All right.
So we just ran that into the charge pipe down here. You can't really see it. Ran into that charge pipe where we just took that fitting off. So now
It's gonna
we're just gonna keep an eye out for smoke.
We definitely got smoke up here.
Yeah. Oh, look around.
Oh,
Throttle body. I'll keep your flashlight right there. So you guys see that smoke coming out right there. Brent's trying to track down if it's the map sensor or the throttle body or the
looks like a map
TPS.
sensor.
And you did put a new O-ring in that. I watched you put that in. A good trick is blow it. You can blow the smoke and see where it comes back. It definitely looks like map sensor.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, so we made 190.
I still only saw 5.5 pounds.
What was that?
I still only saw 5.5 pounds, so it could be in the gate stuff now. So we can either try to hook this controller back up or run her where she is.
I think that's a good safe power for it right there.
Yeah, it's at about 85%. It's fixed. I want to give a shout out. Are you still on?
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Cletus for giving me the hell yeah, brother. I don't know if I put that on the video or not.
Yeah.
I did.
Just put it on every one of them, whatever.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it. One more. Hell yeah, brother.